Alycats and you viewers. So today is part 1 of my May 2016 favorites. If you don't know what favorites are, that's where I mention everything I love in the entertainment industry, and I give you links in the description box down below, so if anything sounds like it piques your interest, definitely check out the trailers and stuff, and see if it's for you, because I'd really like someone else to gush over this stuff with, because I feel kinda weird just gushing about it by myself sometimes. All the time. I have no life. Let's get started! First up in the movie category, my favorite category, is, of course, the one, the only, Deadpool! Everyone already knows what this is about. Everyone's already seen this. I just now recently watched it for the first time because I'm a lame-o. But it's lewd, it's crude, it's disgusting, it's violent, and I loved every minute of it! It's so good. Ryan Reynolds is a comedy god in this, and I just highly recommend it. It's so true to the Deadpool lore, and it's just fantastic, and I can't wait for the sequel, and just watch it. I don't have to say anything more. Next up is Twinsters, and Twinsters is the documentary about two identical twins who just recently found each other through YouTube, and they're just exploring their bond and growing closer together, and you see how they first meet up and how their relationship affects them and their families, and it's just so beautiful and so moving, and it's such a happy film. It makes you feel like you're glowing inside when you finish watching this. It gives you all the warm fuzzy feels, so definitely watch it if you need a mood booster, because Twinsters is just a shot of happiness. It's so sweet. The next film I want to mention is The Hallow, and I did cover The Hallow in my Netflix These Movies video, which you should totally check out if you haven't, so I'm not going to go too into depth with it in this video, but I just have to say it was really beautiful and I loved it. It is a love it or hate it film, because I know some people didn't like it at all, and I can see where they wouldn't like it, but I thought it was really well done, especially for a debut film. So if you're into horror and you like a little bit of like folklore mixed in with it, definitely check out The Hallow. The next film is Heathers, and I just recently saw this movie. I know it's a dark comedy from the 80s and it's kind of got a cult following, but I just now saw it. It was great. Most of you probably already know what it's about, but if you're looking for a dark comedy, and I mean dark, this film is really dark, and I was kind of surprised by how dark it got, definitely check out Heathers. It's good. It's not as great as people make it out to be, but it's still good. Next up, this film is a masterpiece, and the film I'm talking about is The Orphanage. The Orphanage is the story of a young family who just moved into an orphanage that the mom actually grew up in when she was a young girl, and it follows them as they're trying to make this orphanage into basically a summer camp for kids with mental disabilities, and they actually have their own young son who is HIV positive, and the son has imaginary friends, which they're not too concerned about because, you know, every kid has imaginary friends. But stuff starts happening around the house, and one day he goes missing, and the mom starts to believe that he actually was telling the truth, that there are actual ghosts in this house. So she spends the rest of the film trying to find her son and trying to convince everyone else that there are actually ghosts in this house, and it's so good. I actually didn't think it was scary because I didn't even get jump scared, but it's really tense and really suspenseful, and it's so well done. It's a gorgeous film, and I thought the direction of the film was fantastic. The cinematography was absolutely gorgeous, and I highly recommend it. The next film is Moonrise Kingdom, and Moonrise Kingdom was actually my first Wes Anderson film, and I'm so glad that it was because it's such a sweet, innocent film. It follows two 12-year-old kids who run away from their respective homes / camp. It just follows them as they slowly fall in love. This is first love. You see their first kiss. They're exploring their feelings for each other. And it also shows how their family and camp members react to their disappearance and how they're trying to find these kids. And it's just such a sweet film. It's just really innocent, and it's just another feel-good film that if you ever want to just feel happy, definitely watch Moonrise Kingdom. I will say it's not for everyone because it is very quirky, and I'm sure the rest of Wes Anderson films are pretty much probably equally quirky or more quirky. You can tell me if you've seen them, but I really loved it, and I do recommend it. And the last film I want to mention is another freaking masterpiece, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not having seen it sooner, but that is Inglourious Bastards. Of course, Inglourious Bastards is directed by the amazing Quentin Tarantino, and it stars a lot of amazing actors. Christoph Waltz, Michael Fassbender, Diane Kruger, Melanie Laurent, Daniel Bruhl, Eli Roth, Brad Pitt. So many people that are just too good for their own good. And of course this is set in Nazi-occupied Germany, It's a typical Tarantino film. It's very violent. It can be disturbing at times. And it's also very tongue-in-cheek, and it's got some humorous moments. This is actually one of my favorite Tarantino films now. It's just that good. I highly recommend it. I do have to say, though, that this film does move between 3 different languages: English, French, and German. So a lot of the time you are reading subtitles, but it's worth it. Watch it if you haven't seen it. Don't be like me and regret waiting so long. Watch it. Also, little shameless self-promotion here. If you want to see the ratings I gave all these films, you should definitely follow me on Letterboxd. Link is down in the description box down below because I only have 1 follower on Letterboxd and I need some more. Please. You can find me on all my other social media sites down there too, by the way. Shameless self-promotion over. Moving on to TV, I've only seen one new show. New to me, it's not new. And that's Rick and Morty. And for some reason, I thought this was more of a family show. I knew it was a little too much for younger kids, but I thought it was maybe suitable for like kids 10 and older. No. Rick and Morty is strictly for adults, and I love it. And Rick and Morty basically follows a young boy named Morty and his grandpa Rick. And Rick is a scientist, and he takes them on different scientific adventures every episode. And it's just so inappropriate. It's so inappropriate. You know, I really love that as inappropriate because that's my favorite kind of animated show, is inappropriate humor. I do recommend it. It is actually really smart. It is immature humor, but it's still really well done, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it because it's just so good. Next up, the game I've just been enjoying the crap out of. You know what it is if you know me. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Oh my gosh. I didn't think Naughty Dog could make Nathan Drake any more beautiful, but I was wrong. He's just so gorgeous. It just melts my heart every time I boot this game up. It's just good. It's good. I think I actually like this more than Uncharted 2, and I didn't think I'd ever think I'd love a game more than Uncharted 2 because it's just really good, and I didn't think anything could top it, but this does! This is a masterpiece. This is a swan song. This is just... Why are you the last Uncharted? You're so good. This just follows Nathan Drake in his last adventure. He's settled into a normal life, and one day his brother comes back from the dead, basically, and his brother takes him on another adventure. It's just so good! You get to see Elena and Sully again, and it's just... Play it! Play it! It's good! And you can stare at Nathan Drake's beautiful booty, okay? That booty's mine, but you can stare at it too. I don't mind. I'll share eyeball space with you. But I'm kind of a little too obsessed with Drake. And lastly, the music I enjoyed is in the description box down below. Give the songs a listen, because you might love it too, and then we can be like, oh my gosh, that's the best song ever! Together. So that's it for my favorites for the first part of May. What have been your favorites so far? Because I always like finding new stuff to watch or read or play or listen to because I'm just that kind of person. So let me know down below. Like the video if you liked it. Share the video if you want to. I'm not going to make you. It's not like I'm holding a gun to your head or anything, but I'd really, really appreciate it if you would share it. And don't forget, the most important thing is to subscribe because it makes the Alycat family grow bigger and bigger and bigger and more awesome, and it just makes me happy. Thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you so much. It's stupid. Peace and kisses. Bye.